Here we are in Design Space with our free file. And what I'm going to do first is I am going to ungroup this. When I designed the file, I did not attach any of the dots together. And the reason that I did this is because when you go to cut your file, let's say these three blue dots were all attached. When you go to make it, your piece of vinyl is going to be on your mat and your dots are going to be separated all over the place, wasting all that vinyl in between. So I did not attach them for that reason. So this way you could use a smaller piece of vinyl if you want to. Just something that I do, so I hate to waste vinyl. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm going to ungroup all this stuff. I'm going to ungroup my butterfly. Let's see, I don't need to ungroup that. Let's ungroup this here. I think I got everything here. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to attach my words and my antenna, because that way when I go to make my design, or when I go to lay it on my my surface, all my black is going to be in the same order that you see here. So it's going to help me to line up my butterfly better on my design where I have it. So I'm going to take all the black, I'm hitting my shift key, and then I'm just clicking the button, and then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to attach it. So now when I go to make this, all the black pieces are going to be together. I don't think I need to attach anything else, but we're going to go over, hit the make it button, and see how it looks over here. Yep, that's how I wanted it, just like that. And since we're going to be using HTV, I need to remember to mirror everything. I just like to go through and make sure that there's nothing crazy in there, nothing that I missed. Okay, everything looks good. Okay, I'm going to mirror my top one. See, these are all individual. If you wanted to attach those, you could. I'm going to go back and show you. All the white here, all these little dots, since there's so many of them, if you want to attach that, you can. And then when you go to make it, all those white dots will be together. See how I meant about wasting all this vinyl? If you wanted to put one sheet of vinyl on here, all this space in here would be wasted for your vinyl. That's why I don't attach them. This one right here I probably would leave because they're so small, it's not a big deal. But that's why I don't attach my dots, because you're wasting all that vinyl in there. Okay, first thing I'm going to do with all of them is I'm going to go through and I'm going to mirror them, just so I don't forget, because I am using HTV. And I've showed you guys before on how you can put your vinyl on different mats, but I'm going to show you do you a quick one here. So on the green here, let's say I want to put my green and my yellow mat together. I'm going to move this down so that it doesn't land on top of the other one when we go to move it. Okay, I'm just going to show you quick so you can see the example here. Click these three dots. Now if you wanted to hide this, let's say you needed to cut this green mat and you only needed these dots, you don't need this, you can hide that. And then it goes down here. And then if you want to bring it back, if you click on this, it brings it back. Okay, so back to the point. Move your object. I'm going to move it to my yellow mat. And then it lands exactly where I moved it to on the green mat. So we're going to go back here and move it. You just need to remember when you put your vinyl on your mat to go before you cut it, that this down here is green. So you're going to align your yellow and the sizes and the squares in here, same thing here, and then your green's going to be down here. So I'm going to go ahead and get everything cut out so we can go ahead and make it. All right, let's weed our design. And remember, we're using HTV, so when you go to cut your material, make sure it's shiny side down, because you're mirroring your design. So when you go to lay it on your mat, the shiny side is what's going to be facing down. So you're cutting up here. HTV is so much easier to weed an adhesive vinyl. You can pull on it and you don't really have to worry about it sticking to each other. I always turn it over, make sure I haven't missed any little pieces. I've got a little piece right here. I have my heat press already warmed up, 305 degrees. This is my Teflon sheet, and I have them attached with magnets on the top of my press so I don't have to worry about putting it on. This is the bag I'm going to use. I've already pressed it once to try and get some of the wrinkles out, but I'm going to do it one more time just to get it warmed up, just for a little while. Okay, this design has lots of layers. I'm going to put this part on first. I'm not going to measure it because I'm just going to eyeball it where I think I might want it. I always have my design up on my computer screen or whatever screen that you're using, so you can remember which way the layers go. You can remember where you want to center it, how it's going to be. So I'm just going to stick mine right in the middle here. And because they are multiple layers, we're not going to press it for the full time that it calls for. We're just going to do them in short little spurts and then add as we go. Then when we're all done, we'll press it all together. So I'm just going to bring this down just for a few seconds just to get it warm so it'll transfer. And pull this off. Okay. Let's see, the outside layer is my green one. Okay, just a quick little press. Now remember, when you're doing layers, you don't want to put this transfer paper on top of another piece of transfer paper because it will stick. Next one's going to be the blue one. Just take your time and line it up. Okay, quick little press. You want to go slow because you don't know if it's been adhered all the way since we're not doing a full press on it. Okay, next one's going to be my purple. Next one's going to be the yellow. And before I push this down, I'm going to line this up to make sure it's the right way. And because I already have his antenna there, I know where that's going to line up. Okay, now this is what I meant. You don't want to push this together because this plastic will end up getting stuck down here. So carefully pull this part up here. All right. Take that part up. I think I'm going to do her bows next. We got a purple one. Purple we have on this side. Okay, there's the purple one down. Let's get your pink one. What I'm going to do his face. I lined it up to see how it's going to look. Make sure I get it in the right area. Again, I'm going to look at my picture. We got more of a tilt here. Okay, I'm going to take off the black part. Just put down the white. Okay, now we're going to push it for the full 15 seconds.